What's up, peeps? Thanks for joining me. My name's Damon Warren, and this is Day One Adventures. And today's adventure, I got a movie review, Dune Part Two. So a little backstory for Dune. I like the original one that came out in the 80s. I like the Part One that came out. I was already kind of primed for this one, so it's not going to be a completely in the dark kind of review. That being said, did I like this movie? I liked it. I didn't love it. I didn't think it was the most phenomenal thing. It is one of those slow cookers. The movie is 2 hours and 46 minutes. If you haven't seen the first one, I would suggest seeing the first one before you see this one, because it deals a lot with the characters and where the story is at this point. Comparing it to the original, it's pretty close, but they did change some things up, which I did enjoy the way they changed it up. It kept me on the edge of my seat in the way some things finished and some things began. I like that part of the writing and the story, creating these worlds, these cultures, and everything that was happening, and how there were plans within plans and all that. Great job on that. Acting was phenomenal. I mean, the thing about it, it was more than just character building. It was culture building, right? How the cultures interacted with each other. It was really the mainstay of this, and how the politics and religion and faith, how that all kind of intertwined and came together in this movie. So I liked it for that. It was a very smartly done movie. As far as being 2 hours and 46 minutes, did it seem like it was too long? No, it did not seem like it was too long or too slow. In fact, during that time, I had to go to the bathroom, and I was like sitting there like, there's really no good time to go. So I just got up and went, and something happened, and I was like, ah. So I will be seeing it again. But yeah, pacing's pretty good. It's like I said, there's a lot of story going on with this, a lot of backstory, and there's different characters that are introduced into this Part Two. And yeah, so there is violence, there is blood. I would almost call it cruelty. Like, one of the characters is being described as being sadistic, right? So that's there. As far as sex, there's no sex. It's implied. As far as cursing, there's no cursing. One thing I do want to say, there's a lot of subtitles, because they are speaking a different language, so there's a lot of subtitles to read. So does this movie conclude? Yes, these books go on. I don't know how many books there are, but there's a lot of books. So the story does continue, but does this movie conclude and come to a point? Yes, it came to a point where it was like, okay, there is talk of a third one. There probably will be a third one, but just seeing this one come to the point where it stopped, that's Dune Part Two. Now, as far as my rating, I thought about this, and I said I'll give a rating based on, if you haven't seen the first one and you're not really familiar with the Dune universe, let's call it, my rating would be a 7.5. If you're completely new to this whole universe, these characters, 7.5. If you are familiar with Dune and the characters and everything, and the 80s version, the last one, Children of Dune, like the books, whatever, I'd give it an 8.5, because the way that the characters are fleshed out in these different religions, and all these nuances they get fleshed out, and they shine on the screen, and they really it was something to see. So yeah, are you familiar with Dune? Thinking about watching it, or waiting until it comes home on video? Or are you like, I don't even know what that is, and I'm not even gonna mess with it? So that's my review, that's my experience. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, helps out the channel a lot. And until next video, remember, take care of each other, peace out, and I will see you all soon.